Officer Pat Andrews has been with the Greenwood Village Police Department for 22 years and loves his job. With ongoing efforts underway to improve operations at the police department, Officer Andrews is excited about how new technology will help him perform his job to improve the safety of the community.
Our philosophy is we're looking for the aggressive driver out there. We know there's several violators, but some people are more aggressive in their driving than others. Those are the people that cause accidents. So the quicker we can issue a summons and get back out on the road, the better we are at going after the aggressive driver and being able to ticket those people to change their behavior.
Today, police officers no longer have to spend time handwriting tickets. The police department launched an electronic ticketing system this year, and it's making a difference for the officer and the customer.
Why did the police department decide to get new technology, specifically the Brazos unit and portable printer? We are integrating this system with our court system, which receives the tickets, and then in turn it gets transferred over to our records management system. The process that I go through is I contact the violator, ask for a license, a registration, and an insurance card. The same thing we do each time. The only thing I'm needed at this point is a phone number. I gather the phone number and I go back to my car or the motorcycle and I conduct my business back here. The first screen is basically what court system do I put them into. The second screen is a suspect screen, which is the violator screen, which is then in turn with the driver's license. The code on the back, the QR code, I can scan it and instantly get all their information instead of putting it in manually, which saves a huge amount of time. The third information we're gathering is vehicle information. VIN number, plate, that all gets processed too. From that screen, we go to the violation screen. We pick the violation. Once the violation's picked, sometimes we'll take a picture of the violator with the unit. We can take black and white or color photos with this. We use it on accident scenes too. If we're issuing the violator a summons, we'll take pictures of the actual accident damage. From there, we'll sign the citation, print it out on our unit here. We have a portable printer that works Bluetooth connectivity. We can get an actual hard copy while we're here, even on the motorcycle. Once that's complete, it's printed out, explained to the violator, and they're on their way. And the reason I like it is it frees up the violator quicker, frees me up quicker to get out of traffic.
Once the criminal, traffic, or parking citation is issued by the officer, the data is interfaced with the village municipal court and the police record system for seamless records retention and sharing of information between departments.
The E-Citation system has dramatically improved the processes between the police department and the municipal court. The accuracy of information is greater, and the efficiencies by just not having to duplicate our efforts has dramatically improved our workflow. Well, the ticket comes to us electronically. In the past, the ticket was written by hand and had to be entered by the police department in their clerk's office. Then the ticket would go to the records department to be entered by hand in the computer system. Now, rather than doing that by hand, the ticket comes directly to us electronically as soon as it's downloaded. This provides us with a greater efficiency to our customers, as they will have availability in the clerk's office to access that information immediately.
Last year, Greenwood Village issued 2,029 traffic tickets. The police department says it is not the number of tickets they use to measure the department's success, but a piece of their overall strategy to educate and build relationships with citizens.
When we issue people a citation, it's an education. We need to educate the public on the fact that, hey, this is what you're doing, this is what's causing accidents, we need you to change your behavior a little bit.
Police officers are not the only village employees working to enhance the safety of the community. Building inspectors like Mark Aycock play a significant role in protecting homeowners and businesses.
The overall intent of the building program is to ensure proper construction and the health and safety of our residents. The process for a new build, as it relates to inspections, the foundation goes in, and then they start attaching the framing. Once the framing's up, the workers get here to put the sheathing on. And probably in the next week or so, the electricians and plumbers will be here putting the wires, pipes, and gas lines through the walls. And then we'll be doing the insulation and draft stop. After the insulation, the sheetrockers will get started. The heating and air guys will put in all their systems. After that, we get into a lot of the finish level. Cabinets, sinks, appliances, things like that. Some of the things that people may not know that permits are required for are some of the smaller repairs. Repairs of a water line or sewer line, replacing a deck, or replacing windows, or even putting up a new fence. Some things that are important that people may not want to inspect are change outs of mechanical equipment because it's dealing with gas and chimneys and flues and carbon monoxide and just safety issues that you may not know until you get sick from a leak or a hazard in the system.
Today in Greenwood Village, construction activity is booming in both the village's residential and business areas. For this new home that just started construction, Mark will inspect all facets of the project right up to the move-in day to ensure all construction is completed with safety standards.
Well, when we arrive on an inspection, we have to find the superintendent or the contractor, also find the plans, find the permit. All of these things are not always in the same place, so it can take some time to get everything together to make sure that things are built properly or even built to the plans. Sometimes there are changes made that aren't approved on the plans and things have to be modified. Today we're doing a framing inspection of a new residential build in Greenwood Village. What we're looking for in the framing inspection is that the frame of the home is attached to the foundation, fully bolted all the way around, that the roof trusses are clipped to the top of the framed walls, that your proper headers and supports are put in for doors and windows. We also have the UFR ground installed at this point. This is for the electrical system. This iron is embedded into the concrete, so we have a grounding attachment for the electrical wire when the wiring is going in. When they start installing the wires, they're going to have to bore through the studs to run wires around the home. We'll come back at that point to make sure the studs have not been overbored or overnotched, taking away from the integrity of the frame of the home. One of the next phases of construction will be the sheathing inspection. They're not ready at this point, but we'll be coming back to look at the wall sheathing and roof sheathing.
Performing building inspections can bring a number of challenges, but this important job can also be rewarding.
Well, inspections are very important to catch any defects or mistakes at this point before they're covered up and become a much larger problem later on in the future. We're here to protect the homeowner and the community. The most rewarding part of the job is safety, knowing that the home is built properly and our residents are safe.